people succeed and see us do better and change the social order, because I know that we are not supposed to be on bottom. I understand who I was. I know I didn't fall out of the sky and land on a plantation. So when you have knowledge of self and you know who you are and what you come from, it's frustrating more than anything to see us in this position.
Tune into the Artist Exchange every Friday 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. every Saturday 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. live on BigExposedRadio.com.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin' Street? Girlin' Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Exposed Radio.
Well, if you made them, take care of them.
Yeah, that's
period.
Real. Right. That's the real deal.
It's period.
Right. And all that old money shouldn't go toward this, money should go to, if the child is with one of the parents 24/7, 7 days a week, you don't even come get your child every day. You come get your child once a month maybe, or once every 3 months.
Right.
You cannot dictate where that money goes, especially if the child ain't calling you about nothing. Now, if the child calling you every week, then you can question about where the child support is going. But if every time you pick up the child, they look nice, they ain't complaining about nothing, why are you worrying about where the money go at?
It is what it is. Radio show.
The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. every Saturday 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com. I was meeting with a friend yesterday, and I've gotten to the point where don't ask me a question because the truth is going to come out. And
exactly.
Just don't do it.
If you ain't looking for the truth, don't come to me.
Don't do it because I can't hold my tongue. And she wants to be this stylist, boutique, but you're not doing anything in that nature, and I can't take you seriously if you're not doing those things. And I understood why people didn't take me seriously, because I found myself in somebody else's lane. I was good at what I was doing and what I wanted to be, but I wasn't doing it for me. So how can I ask you to take me seriously if I'm living in somebody else's shoes?
And nobody can do what you do, and I think that that's a big problem that people face now. Like, you see what somebody else is doing and you want to do that when that's not your lane.
That's not your lane.
That's not what you're supposed to be doing.
But it's popular, it's getting that person money, it's getting that person applause. Oh, I want applause. I want money. Let me stand over here behind them.
And then a lot of times people aren't honest with themselves either. Like, I was thinking earlier today, I've been woke for almost 2 days, so so you get honesty, and I was thinking, like,
The Artist Exchange.
Hi, I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is, because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org, because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
And good evening. I am your host, La Fuerza, for Old School Bruja Radio. And welcome tonight. We have a wonderful show set up for you, and my co-host Chanel and Mrs. Scientific, our resident tarot readers, in the house tonight. And I hope you are all having a wonderful, what is it, Tuesday. Like Monday. Tuesday. And I hope you had a wonderful holiday if you celebrate.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
But I did cook.
There we go.
I cooked a lot of food. It was wonderful.
Yes, it was.
And we're still eating it.
Yeah. How about that?
Yeah, I'm still eating it. Mrs. Scientific, how are you?
I am well. Happy to be here. Happy to see Chanel back with us.
I'm back.
How have y'all been holding up on retrograde so far?
Listen,
I'm getting through. Things are actually looking up.
Good.
Yeah, I'm like in that stage of like restarting everything. Everything's new.
Yes. New beginnings.
Job, new everything. So I'm very excited.
It feels good,
things
doesn't
have
it?
been going very good.
That's good stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Had to cut off some dead weight. But I feel a hell of a lot lighter. So, shout out to the dead weight.
All the dead weight.
Wow.
Almost got ugly.
And shout out to Oshun, Mafetafun Oshun, for blessing you.
Yes, Ashe.
We've been doing a lot of work with Oshun.
Come on, Oshun. Yes.
Come through.
Come through. She's been coming through,
honey.
Honey.
Literally honey.
No, literally honey. And cinnamon.
Dripping honey.
Yes, honey. So yes, I'm in a good space right now.
Excuse me.
A lot of clarity.
Yes.
Got a clear head. I'm not bogged down with that nonsense that I was bogged down with. So, you know, sometimes you just gotta clear,
I've had,
your space.
Since last week, lots of clarity, lots of revelations, and the downloads have been insane. Like, it's been so much that I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna sit here and let it happen.
Right.
And it happens at random times of the day. There's no like just one set time. And my dreams have been off the hook.
Yeah. Ooh, dreams.
I've been doing magic, and it's been wild. Like last night's magic, I can't disclose what we were doing, but an image appeared on the wall, and it's still on my wall in my house, and I can't get it off now. So I have to wait and see how this is going to happen.
Just right there. I was like, oh, okay. Well, that's on the wall.
It's on the wall.
It was one of those.
It's protecting me. It's right over my head.
Honey, that was something.
Yeah.
Send it to my house.
Yeah, that was something.
When she walked in, I said, look, it's right there. She was like, oh, okay.
Clear as day.
It's right above my pillow. On the wall.
Yeah.
It's gonna shuffle, okay?
It's gonna shuffle. And I also had some real moments of clarity as I've been spending more time by myself.
Good.
And getting lots of rest because I need it. Because I'm just feeling physically exhausted from the transition of planetary alignments and out of alignments and all this other stuff. But also the weather and the time change.
Ooh, funny.
I just want to be home cuddling and getting my booty rubbed.
Yeah.
That's all.
That's always nice.
That's all. But what's going on over here today, Mrs. Scientific?
There's a lot.
What are you doing for us today?
I'm just trying to stay out of jail, truthfully. So what are we doing? Let's talk retrograde. We know Mercury is retrograde until December the 6th. Per my notes, it is happening in Sagittarius, and Mercury is weak in Sagittarius. However, there is a huge square. I just picked that up 2 days ago. It's
so what does the square mean?
To my knowledge, squares are difficulties. It's just hard energy, and the square is happening in Neptune, and Neptune is all about illusion, dreams, intuition, but there's a lot of masking. So because of the retrograde, and then we have Neptune, this transit with Neptune, you're looking at a lot of deceit. There's a lot of lies that are being told right now, and there's a lot of scandals, there's conspiracies, conspiracy theories everyone's talking about things right now. So there's a lot going on. There's just a lot of masking and anger. It feels right.
Lots of anger, lots of passive aggressiveness. I've had to deal with some of that as well recently, and I just chose to walk away. Like there has to be a point where you know, no matter what conversation we have, there's not going to be a change. So therefore, let's just be adults. Doesn't mean I hate you. I can still love you, but I don't have to fuck with you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't really gotta fuck with you like that. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, that's okay.
Because I gotta be at peace. I have to be at peace within myself. And another thing that's been coming is messages from spirit that are not for me.
Okay.
So I try to put them on Instagram because I call them spirit said messages. So they give them to me in spurts. The longer ones are usually for me. They're personal readings, but messages rather. But the message that kept coming to me from yesterday as I was doing my spirit writing to today is that in this retrograde, you had said there's a lot of scandal and the lies and all of that, but there's also a lot of self-sabotage within that. It's like people are not being gentle with themselves, but they're also not honoring themselves. And when it's time to step up and move forward, they're talking themselves out of their success. They're talking themselves out of their power. And it's like, okay, you said you wanted X, Y, and Z goal. You were almost there and something stopped you and you were like, fuck it, I don't want to do this anymore because of whatever reason. There's so much self-sabotage happening, and it's all because of fear of failure and fear of rejection and fear of the fight. It's like if you want it, you're going to have to fight for it. You know, it's never going to be just here. It's yours. And if something is handed to you like that, always look at it like, why is this being here? Like, what is the exchange here? What's this transaction that needs to happen? But I want people to listen to spirit, and spirit is saying, stop self-sabotaging yourself. Like, you want it, do it. Why are you so afraid? Why are you creating barriers for yourself? Because what you're doing is creating unnecessary misery. And unnecessary misery, unnecessary stress creates more blockages. And when you have more blockages, you have more problems. Okay, so honor yourself by sticking to your goal, sticking to what it is you want. We're going to have obstacles along the way because, number one, nothing we want should ever come for free or come easy. So that way you can humble yourself and appreciate the journey and the process. But also you work for it, it's yours, and no one can take it away from you. If it's handed to you, it can be taken away from you because you didn't work for this, you don't own that. But if you're working for it and putting your energy and your ashe into it, it's yours. It belongs to you. So I also was getting message that I have to remember because it was so much of it. In relationships, a lot of relationships are coming up that there's an imbalance. And there's an imbalance in giving and receiving. And that needs to be changed if you want to have success in the relationship? Are you the giver? Why are you consistently giving and not allowing yourself to receive? And are you the receiver? And why do you continue taking without reciprocating? I think you all need to really check your position in a relationship and make sure that you're getting the balance that you deserve to have a successful relationship and that you're not being drained. All right, we're going to take a break and we'll be right back. I am.
Join the Just a Bit Outside crew every Monday, 8 to 10 p.m. on BeExposedRadio.com.
You want to start off?
I think I'll get it out of the way on a who's not.
Okay, do it.
The Orioles.
Right.
They got swept by the Royals. They lost 4 in a row, and the last 5 games have all been decided by 1 run. The game before, or the last game that they lost before the Royals was the Nationals, and it was Weeders, of course, one with a home run, drove
hit the home run.
They were going into that National series. It seemed like they were doing so well, and they just crapped out. They got that game postponed, so who knows when they're going to replay that or play that game. That's my first not for the night.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and weigh in on my who's not, and I'm going to talk about the San Diego Padres.
The Padres. That's okay. You just took my answer.
They're in last place in the NL West. They've lost 8 of their last 10. Their run differential is a negative 65, which is just horrible. So when you have, well, let me just talk about run differential a little bit. It's kind of like the
how much you're winning or losing your games by, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay. It's like the margin of victory, kind of.
Right.
So when you're in a negative number, that means that then your average game you're losing
by a whole lot. Right.
I mean, a number like negative 65, this early into the season is pretty rough.
That's horrible.
The pitching numbers pretty much support this stat right here. I mean, the team ERA is 4.70, which is 26th in the league. They have 126 walks allowed. They acquired Jared Weaver in the offseason, and he really has not panned out. He's off to one of the worst starts in any of the pitchers in 2017. He's 0-4 with a 6.05 ERA. In May alone, he already has 12 earned runs in May. And, another one of their pitchers, Clayton Richard, he's 2-4 with a 4.34 ERA. And, in May, he has 6 earned runs and 12 innings pitched. So they're not pitching well. And on top of that, they are also not batting well.
Right. But it kind of sucks because Manuel Margot is doing pretty good. His the past few at bats, his last.
Join the Just a Bit Outside crew every Monday, 8 to 10 p.m. on BeExposedRadio.com.
Keyboard Cat, Hamilton the Pug, and Toast Meets World. These are some of the internet's most beloved pets. With millions of YouTube views, shares, Instagram likes, followers, and fans across the globe. But what do all these amazing pets have in common? Their stories started in a shelter. Start your story. Adopt a dog or cat today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a shelter or adoptable pets near you. Training that pet to play the keyboard? Well, that's entirely up to you. Visit theshelterpetproject.org and hear more about Hamilton the Pug, Toast, and Keyboard Cat's amazing adoption stories. Start a story, adopt a shelter or rescue pet today. Your perfect pet is just a click away at theshelterpetproject.org.
Because it's gentle on your baby's eyes. You make sure his toys don't have any sharp edges. You always test the bath water to make sure it's not too hot. You taught her what to do when the smoke alarm goes off. You make sure she wears a helmet when she rides her bicycle. You put on his sunscreen, even when he's embarrassed his friends will see. You do so much to keep your child safe. But are you using the right car seat for your child? Is your child facing the right way in the car seat? Is the seat too big or too small? How do you know when it's time to move your child into the next type of seat? Car crashes are a leading killer of children ages 1 to 13. Protect your child's future at every stage of life. For information on the right seat for your child, visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat. That's safercar.gov/the-right-seat.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
And we are back at Old School Bruja Radio, and I am your host, La Fuerza. And in the house tonight is Chanel Breton, and she's going to spill the tea on the latest pop art stuff, music,
honey, it's some
gossip.
tea. We got the tea.
I love the tea. That's sweet. And Mrs. Scientific, our resident tarot reader. And if you are just tuning in, you missed a word. The spirit was coming through, giving you a little bit of word. But I guess you'll catch that on the rerun.
Here we go.
But, you know, I've been doing some studying.
Excellent.
And in my studying and spirit work, I've been looking to achieve City. Do you know what City is?
Tell me.
City is a state of, it's like almost perfection in your meditation chants.
We did talk about this, yes.
And it's the highest elevation, and if you can reach City, it elevates your magical powers to where it's almost like a one-word activation and things will happen. So that's what I've been working on, and so far things have happened, but it's a little, I need to fine-tune it because it's fire again. And usually my energy, I can set fires without touching things, and I can like bust light bulbs and that I won't do in here, and cause lights to flicker and stuff like that, drain electronics, as you know.
And we're not going to touch on that because it's just going to make me angry.
Oh, by the way, I heard about the text that you sent. Where is...
No, because I'm going to address
dead-ass phone Lynette.
And that's what I refer to her as, dead-ass phone Lynette. Because her phone is always dead, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? Always. And this is a new phone. Let's talk about that.
It's a brand new
now
phone.
I'm salty. Okay? The old phone didn't charge. What's happening with the new one?
She's draining. And even my laptop. My laptop's been on the charger for like 2 hours, and I come in here and it's dead. Why? Because I had it in my hands for too long.
I can call Lynette at 11 a.m. and her phone is dead. We're going to move on because this is touchy.
Okay, back to City. So
I need City, thinking about it.
The City forces you to go all the way inward and connect with your higher power. And then also whatever chant you're doing is like amplified to the 10,000th degree, and the energy surge that you are pushing out, whatever focused energy, is like, I can almost tell you guaranteed to work. Because every time I've done it, it works. And within hours, things are happening. So as I continue the practice and grow within that practice, I am looking forward to enhancing my meditation classes in January by adding part of this so my students who will be coming regularly can also attain the level of City that would be changing their lives.
Sounds amazing.
That's exactly what I want to do.
Good.
I'm excited about that.
Good.
Oh, great. Nicole Parker said, you drained mine too, ma'am. And Tay better not laugh at the fact I need Tay to hush your face about my phone.
Yes, I sent
all
the
my
message.
electronics.
I sent the message. I sure did. I said, "Are you with dead ass phone Lynette?"
So we're playing through the speakers in a store in Toomey at BWI Airport right now.
Oh, exciting!
So that means I can cuss up a storm.
I don't think that's the best idea.
You know what I want to say? I want to say it. I'll be good.
Okay.
I'll wait. All right, Keish. I'll wait. So, Mrs. Scientific,
yes, ma'am.
We got cards that have been pulled. What they saying? What they saying
These
here?
have been flipping out. I have to tell you, the cards they're like very watery. They're very fluid. They are they're very loose, and they have a lot to say. So you were speaking earlier, and the card that really struck me that fell out earlier was the Two of Swords in reverse. So that lines up perfectly with your spirit segment just now about people not really speaking their truth, not pushing themselves forward. So these flipped out very gently a few moments ago. So there's a lot of fast movement. There's a lot of a need for people to balance things, and there are people that are having struggles balancing two things in their life. So it's two issues, or two, like home and work, head and heart. So there's a need to balance these things. And then there's a message here from the Page of Wands, basically that it's time to start taking action. And this is also pointing to energy of teenagers. So it's not a good time to ignore children. It's not a good time to ignore the youth right now, because they are they're experiencing, I think, a lot of emotional anguish because of the things that are happening worldwide. Specifically with have you all seen the show The Hate You Give? Have you seen this movie?
No.
Please watch it immediately.
The Hate You Give? What is it about?
It is a beautiful story. I watched it twice and I was in tears. And so it's along the lines of a young girl, she's with her friend, and there's a police stop. He's assumed to be carrying a weapon. They take him out the car, and he reaches in the car to make sure the girl is okay.
I heard of this.
And they kill him over what they thought was a gun, but it was a hairbrush. And I was absolutely devastated watching it, just being in the room and watching my daughter and her friends, who are all like her high school friends, watching the looks on these faces and watching the people in the movie. And it's like, this is the pain that these children are experiencing, that when we were children, we didn't know this pain. This is stuff that was hidden, and now, I mean, it's just too much. Way too much. But I would definitely recommend The Hate You Give. Read the book and watch the movie.
Okay. Yes. I will definitely look into that, The Hate You Give. It's a good one. Where is it being streamed now? Netflix?
It is, when I was in the theater,
they're giving you a new one.
We caught it on the off website, but I think it's in the theater. The book is out.
Yeah, it's in the theaters.
I'm hearing that the book is even better than the show, but I think all children should watch it. I think it should be mandatory in high schools. I think people should sit with their children and watch this movie. So that just feels like the energy that I'm experiencing right now, with all this retrograde and all this foolery that's happening. But message in the cards, fast changes, a need for balance, and again, nurturing and really taking care of the children. And it's time to take action with them. It's time to step out of that bullshit that you've been standing in, me included. It's like you're standing in quicksand, and you're constantly complaining. I'm thinking, well, then get the fuck out of it. So
it's time to get out that box that everyone keeps putting themselves in.
And it's like you literally put yourself there, and once you can remove yourself from it, you realize like this whole world is up for grabs. You can do anything that you want to in this whole world. Literally anything. There is nothing that a person can't do. Like if somebody else did it, if somebody else got it, I can have it.
Let me tell you,
you just have to be willing to do the work.
I watched someone talk themselves right out of doing a simple task because of fear of completing the task. I was like, are you kidding me right now? Like, they were asking, there is such a stupid question. They were asking very stupid questions, so I knew that was going to lead to them saying, oh, I can't do this right now, right? And it was like a back and forth of a good 30 minutes. of explaining and giving detailed information, and literally talk themselves out of something amazing because of fear and lifelong oppression. I was like, oh my God.
Fear is a very real, scary thing.
The mentality this person had was a slave mentality. Like, I can't do anything. I have no power. I am useless because, and at the end of it, because of my upbringing. And I said, my love, you are the only one that can set yourself free from that. Because you're using that as a cop-out for moving forward, for taking risks and being your best self in this life. So remember, if you are the one that's stuck, if you're the one that can't move forward, ask yourself, am I the one that's oppressing myself? We're taking a break. We'll be right back.
We're rewarding you for something you already do, listening to us. It's Radio Loyalty, and it's an easy way for you to get free stuff. All you do is sign up. Go ahead and click the banner now. You'll earn points as you listen. Points you can trade in for great products and services in the Radio Loyalty store. You can earn even more points when you share your favorite station with friends on Facebook and Twitter. Radio Loyalty. It's free to sign up, so click the banner to join now.
My name is Ruth Rusi. I'm a retired teacher. I'm 91 years old, and this is how I live United. I say retired, but not really. Once a week, I read books to children as part of United Way's education program. Reading to a child creates links between language and literacy. It creates a bond between grown-up and child. And believe it or not, it prepares them for a better academic future. Oh, we read about frogs and flies and pigs with wings, all sorts of juicy stuff. It's a joy to watch all those little faces. I figure I have the time and they have the need.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
And we are back at Old School Bruja Radio, and I am your host, La Fuerza, Chanel, Mrs. Scientific. So we were talking about several things before we left, and Spirit's just
okay,
just coming through. But excuse me. One thing that also keeps coming through for 2019 is focus, staying focused. It's like the year of creating, and the drive is going to be so different because, like the card said, like I had said earlier, the time is now, right? But the time is now because in 2019, I feel like we're going to have to push even harder, but not because we're being oppressed in any way, but because we're going to be on a roll. We're going to be moving so fast, and it's going to require focus. Like, we're not going to have time to have like those days off type of chill shit. It's like, it's the 2019 is the year to build and manifest, but like be on that grind, make shit happen.
Excellent.
You know, make your money, stack your coins, but be very mindful about staying on your course, because distractions are going to create blockages.
And distractions are usually people. Okay? Period. That's really what it comes down to.
People.
Okay? People are distractions. So make sure you're focusing on the right shit. Keep going.
Right. And also 2019, I feel like we're going to have the year of the woman again, the year of the power woman again, the year where women are the game changers. They're the ones that are going to make change. They're going to be at the front lines fighting against toxic masculinity, 45, and fighting against injustices for women, because we have so many women who have embraced their power in 2018 that in 2019 it's going to be unstoppable.
Yeah, I can see that.
That's really good.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
And the downside of 2019 is financial loss, and that's because of lack of focus. Either you're going to do it or you're not.
Yeah. No in between.
There's no in between. There's no slacking.
Yeah.
What the cards are saying?
So again, they're just like, they're vomiting. They're flipping out of the deck, out of my hand. So Queen of Wands, we know Queen of Wands, this is like the Bruja card. This is straight feminine magic. It's in reverse. This tells me that Brujas are not trusting themselves. They're not trusting their magic. They're not using their voice. Magician card in reverse. Again, there's illusion. There's no, you can't manifest if you're not trusting your magic. The hilarious thing about the Magician card is Mercury rules this card.
Fix your mic real quick. I'm sorry. It's next to the necklace.
That's not.
Oh, there it is. Perfect.
So Magician is ruled by Mercury, and Magician comes up today in reverse. It's upside down, and we know Mercury is fucking retrograde. And then the last card, I'm laughing as you're talking and watching the cards, and I'm like, oh, that shit ain't for me. Yes, it is, because the Emperor is what rules Aries. So Spirit is pushing messages to me all week, and I get it.
Because you have to remember your power as a Bruja to get out of any situation. I think when we are in situations, now me, I can't say I'm in that place anymore, because any obstacle I'm faced with, I go straight to my altar. I go straight to Spirit, and Spirit's like, here's how we gonna do this, here's how we gonna get out of it, the magic you gotta do, who you gotta channel, etc., etc. But so many Brujas forget their power when they're in some shit. They immediately are like, what do I do? And it's like, wait, remember the tools you have. The same way you're healing other people and doing brujeria for other people to get them out of situations, you have to do that for yourself. Because first and foremost, any bruja, any healer, you got to know how to heal yourself. You got to know how to deal with shit within yourself and your practice. I always say your practice is to sustain you. And I'm not just talking about financially, I'm talking about in all areas of your life. That's what it's there for. That's why we have the connection to Spirit. We're not alone in this. It's not just us here. Our spiritual team is there to guide us through the obstacles that come to us, and we use our magic to help us. You know, if we're in an obstacle, if it's a person or thing that's the obstacle, we go to our magic. We go to our spiritual practice. If we need something open, that's where we go. If we need something closed, you know what I mean? Like, we forget this, and it's because we're human. We are human, and it takes practice to trust that Spirit can get you out of these situations. But I need people to really, really take those words seriously when they say leave it to God or leave it to Spirit. Take it seriously and let it go. Hands off. Let it go. Because that's what they're there for. And when you start questioning Spirit and going back and be like, are you sure? Or double backing and questioning over and over again, you get shut down. They will stop connecting with you in that moment because you're disrespecting them. So trust in Spirit, because if you don't, it's actually pretty disrespectful.
How about that?
You're doing so much else, right? I trust you to give me some lotto numbers.
We're not even going to talk about
and
that.
To confirm everything you just said, Spirit wants to offer abundance, money. But you are not making the correct decisions. You're not trusting. So you're in reverse. You are in a holding pattern. The Two of Swords, this is the fucked up ugly card for me. Because this is, it's air, it's thinking. The moon is in Libra with this card, and it's like you're not in alignment. It's in reverse. So everything you're saying, I always do it. I pull, and I'm like, not doubting, but I need to validate. And then the final card, the final answer is the Ace of Swords. This is Archangel Raphael showing his face. This is initiation of something new. The struggles are going to end and a new beginning is coming. So everything you just said, The tarot.
And that's in line with the self-sabotage also.
Yes.
Because if you don't trust in spirit, you're self-sabotaging.
You're sabotaging yourself, yeah.
You're sabotaging the magic. What's the point of doing it then?
Right.
That's like saying, okay, I'm going to do this spell for a new job, right? And I do the spell on Monday. Thursday comes, no one's called me yet. Here I go. Spirit, you ain't do it. I'm taking all this down. Oh, okay. Well, I'm spirit right now. All right then, bye. Moving on. So you got to be patient with spirit, but you got to trust that they're going to do it. And it's not on your time, it's on spirit time. I always remind people, like, don't pull on me and don't hound me for my time with you, because if you book it, you're going to get it.
Right.
Because you got to book it through the site. But when you keep hounding me, I just can't. I don't want to be bothered.
Right.
And you're doubting me also. Like, let it happen.
Yeah.
Let
Leave
it
it
play
alone.
out.
Walk
Live
away.
your life.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen. Trust. See? Trust.
That's what it comes back down to.
When you're self-sabotaging by questioning and doubting, and it's like, come on, that's exhausting. That's not spirituality.
This is the realest shit I've heard in like 2 weeks. I've needed to hear these things.
It bothers me because, like, you think that spirit is your genie in the bottle type of thing, and that they're at your beck and call for whatever you want and need, you know.
That second.
That immediate second. Spirit will show up when they're supposed to show up, not when you want them to.
Right.
And then you keep hounding them, they're going to be like, deuces, I'll check you later.
Right, because now you're annoying.
Now you're annoying.
Right.
I'm FedEx. I'm going to put the package all the way in the back because you keep coming to check on the delivery.
I'm FedEx.
However, though, let me just say this real quick, because you've been out the loop.
Oh, yeah.
Here, there, and everywhere you've been except here.
Right.
This lady, she gave me a prayer. What was it, 9 days ago? And I was like, I'm at the end of my rope. I'm like, come on, spirit, come through. Within 2 hours, literally raised the almost dead. Instant.
That's how
She's
it
the
be.
truth.
That's how it be.
She's the truth.
And you
the
just gotta
truth.
accept it. Accept that message.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta trust.
You gotta trust.
You gotta trust.
I mean, I ain't gonna do nothing I ain't never done before. Like, I'm not gonna give somebody something or do a spell or something for someone else that I've never done for myself.
Right.
And I've watched that prayer work. I felt it work on myself. I've watched it work on others, and like you said, it's instant because the intention is there, and I trust that spirit is going to do what is for the highest good of the people involved and for the situation.
Right.
It's super important.
Absolutely.
Because if not, what the hell else is there?
I was like, if nothing else came of that, I'm a firm believer. I trust what comes out of her mouth. And I trusted it before. But to see this, because I said that prayer at 4 o'clock, at 6:22, it was 100% turnaround. And I'm like, come on now.
That took 2 hours.
Come on
2
now.
hours.
Come on.
Ooh,
We've seen it happen.
We've seen it happen. We've seen a lot of stuff happen.
See it happen right in front of you, and it's like if you doubt it, that's just because you're doubting yourself. Like, because you've seen it, you saw it. Me? Woo, honey.
I remember this one time when you came with me to do the exorcism in the house that had the beautiful baby.
Yes.
And when we walked into this house, the energy was like weights.
I was out of breath within 10 steps. I got to the back room and was like,
it was unreal.
I was
and
like,
then
I'm about to pass out.
As we go through the house, we're in a vortex because there's mirrors in
Everywhere.
every angle.
Oh my God.
Bouncing the energy and causing this spiral where I was standing like this. So I get through that and I get to the room where Spirit told me to go first. And I walk in, and this beautiful angel baby was just sleeping. But over the baby in the corner was a giant black wraith, and it was a female energy in this wraith, and it was huge. It looked, it was webby and it was horrible. But she was over the baby in the corner of the room. I said, quietly remove the baby because this woman is in here. And the way the energy was shifting in that house,
we felt all of it.
And I had to push the energy through the house. And the hardest part was in that bouncing energy of mirrors.
It was so sharp. Every corner, every part of the ceiling was a sharp turn where stuff was
with
just
a mirror.
trapped everywhere.
With a mirror, and then things, empty vessels that was holding, and you should never have just empty vessels sitting in your house, especially in corners. It's just going to trap the energy. So finally, I'm bringing all the energy down, 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 and it's building, 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 and where it goes to the woman. The woman that the client hired me to do the exorcism on. And I get to her, by the time I get to her, she's a nervous wreck. She's shaking. She don't know what's happening. And long story short, we prepare the coconuts and all that. I do what I gotta do. We take her outside. That woman passes out in my arms. And she was a non-believer. She was super Christian, non-believer. And for 17 years, this woman lived in misery, in a situation that could have been fixed had she not been held back by her religious beliefs all that time. Had she been able to go to a spiritual practitioner such as myself much sooner, the outcome for this family would have been very different.
Yes. Because, I mean, there was no question. I mean, I'm telling y'all, I took a few steps and I was like, oh, I'm going to have to sit down. Like, I was like, I'm going to pass out in here. It was thick. It was heavy. It was heavy.
And by the time we were done, the energy felt completely different in the house. We did a walkthrough, and it was so light. And then I give recommendations to the family on how to change the energy in the house permanently, because I'll leave, but if you don't make any changes in the house or do any aftercare, that it's all going to come right back. But in this case, it was an entity. That thing is not coming back, and they had to make the changes with those mirrors as necessary.
The mirrors had to go
to keep the energy flowing. Not so much that the entity would come back, but that heavy energy that would get trapped in there would come back.
And it was like every corner we hit was a mirror. I said, Lynette,
we
gotta
go to a break.
Everywhere.
We'll be right back. We're going to continue sharing some of our stories here. Stay tuned, loves. So was that?
Well, Jason, I've got to tell you, you're pretty much everything this company is looking for in an entry-level candidate.
Great.
Your resume isn't quite what we're used to, but you've got a fantastic work ethic.
Thank you.
And I'm impressed by how you carry yourself.
So, should we talk about the job?
What? The job? Oh, sorry. Yeah, I have no way of recruiting or even meeting you. This interview didn't happen.
It may sound ridiculous, and that's because it kind of is. There's a huge pool of talent your company is missing out on. Meet the grads of life. Who are they? Talent worth knowing about. Young adults of unique determination and experience. An ideal fit for your company in an entry-level position, internship, or even mentorship. They might not have every qualification you typically look for, but they're exactly who your company needs.
Man, we really could have used him.
Don't miss out on a resource many innovative companies have already discovered. Go to gradsoflife.org to learn how to find, cultivate, and train this great pool of untapped talent. Brought to you by the Ad Council and gradsoflife.org.
My name is Ruth Rusey. I'm a retired teacher. I'm 91 years old, and this is how I live United. I say retired, but not really. Once a week, I read books to children as part of United Way's education program. Reading to a child creates links between language and literacy. It creates a bond between grown-up and child. And believe it or not, it prepares them for a better academic future. Oh, we read about frogs and flies and pigs with wings, all sorts of juicy stuff. It's a joy to watch all those little faces. I figure I have the time and they have the need. And I've always believed that if we're not here to help each other, then what are we here for really? My name is Ruth Rusey. I help kids prepare to succeed in school. So I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, live united.
So, Jacqueline.
Yes, Mom?
I wanted to talk to you about something and... Oh, wait. Hold on. I just got a text. Oh, there's another one. Wow. Busy, busy me. So, anyway...
Oh, wait, Mom. I just got a message. My friends keep commenting on my comment. Oh, there's another one. So many comments on my comment.
Oh, I can't wait to watch TV tonight. Playoffs!
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
We're back. We're back.
And
we're back.
Here.
The Old School Bruja Radio, and I am your host, La Fuerza. And Chanel. I sent you a recording saying, I'm going to call you Chanel from now on.
Yeah.
And Mrs. Scientific on the ones and twos with the tie roll.
No shade.
The ones and twos.
No shade.
So, Mrs. Scientific, can you tell us about the planetary stuff going on? There's a whole chart and everything over there.
So, I wanted to do something a little bit differently with the readings for tonight. Drum roll. So, if people wanted a quick reading, tell me what they're looking clarity in. Are you looking, do you want to know about yourself, your job, your thinking, your home, your friends, your travel plans, work, blah, blah, blah.
Are you on? Because you're coming out again.
So I'll throw 12. We'll talk about the houses, and I'll give you an answer. So I have that, and of course I brought the charms again.
Yes! Okay, so readings are about to happen, folks. So if you want a reading, please type in the live feed me, exclamation point, and what you want to know.
I just took that book out at the library. The purple one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Did you? All right.
I just took it out.
So, who are you pulling for?
Whoever calls.
Oh, I wanted
ready
to go first.
Okay.
Can I ask for specific or is this regular?
You can.
Work. Oh hell. Not business. Actual work.
Well, like what kind of work? Like a job?
Yeah,
like a job.
Okay.
Because my business to me is not work. That's my life.
So you have the Chariot in reverse. So this tells me that this is not the time for you to find work. This card rules Cancer. So this is more you need to be home based. You know, Cancers, crabs, they like to be in the home. They want to be in their little hole, safe, cuddled up, like
that's
you
exactly
mentioned.
how I feel.
And it's not the time for you to leave the house. It's not the time for you to find a job.
Oh, okay.
And there's that.
And then can I get a charm throw?
And can I get a charm?
Now about my business.
So this is about business.
Now it's about old school Bruja business.
Well, we're going to see what the charms say.
Which, if you want to book with me, is www.oldschoolbruja.com if you want a session with me.
So,
I like the
You have the watering can. This tells me that something in your life needs to be nurtured. You have the cactus, which tells me that you think you want to be cuddled, but you're like prickly. You're not cuddle material right now. And then you have the scissors. So this tells me that you need to cut something or someone out of your life ASAP. And we're gonna put them back in the bag before you throw them at me.
But that,
can you throw some charms for me as well?
I sure can.
Maybe I have to ask a different question about business.
Let me cleanse myself. Right back. Okay.
You want to be cuddled, but you're prickly?
Is Is that a fact? Are the charms telling the truth?
Love me. Back the fuck out.
That's a Scorpio.
I need space. Love me.
Yeah, it's totally a Scorpio.
Hug me, you're hugging me too tight.
Yes. Touch me, you're touching me too tight.
This can only be about business or work.
I don't care what the charms are.
We're going to do charms.
This is yours?
Yeah.
All right.
Do I need to be single or do I need to be mingling?
Single or mingling?
Yeah.
I'm scared.
Yeah, I want to know.
Like we need Cardi B playing in the background.
I want to know.
Okay.
I'm the fucking
we got 30 seconds, and when we come back, we're gonna do everyone's reading in the feed.
Okay, so you have the owl, so this tells me you have the wisdom. You already actually know the answer to this. The heart has little paw prints, so this tells me two things. It might be time for you to have a pet. Are you a pet person?
Yes.
So it's time for you to find a pet because that might be the type of love that you need right now, not the love of another person. And then the kite tells me that you're ready to fly, you're ready to soar into something new. And this, see how this is haunting me? Archangel Michael, why is this charm in this bag? But, okay, so Archangel Michael is here. He's fighting battles for you.
He's protecting you, boo-boo. Yes, so you need a pet and a surfboard.
I have the perfect name if I get a dog. Are we on break yet?
No.
Oh.
What's the dog's name?
We're about to go on break. We'll be right back.
Perfect name for a dog.
The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com.
I was meeting with a friend yesterday, and I've gotten to the point where don't ask me a question because the truth is going to come out. And
exactly.
Just don't do it.
If you ain't looking for the truth, don't come to me.
Don't do it because I can't hold my tongue. And she wants to be this stylist, boutique, but you're not doing anything in that nature, and I can't take you seriously if you're not doing those things. And I understood why people didn't take me seriously because I found myself in somebody else's lane. I was good at what I was doing and what I wanted to be, but I wasn't doing it for me. So how can I ask you to take me seriously if I'm living in somebody else's shoes?
And nobody can do what you do, and I think that that's a big problem that people face now. Like, you see what somebody else is doing and you want to do that when that's not your lane.
That's not your lane.
That's not what you're supposed to be doing.
But it's popular, it's getting that person money, it's getting that person applause. Oh, I want applause. I want money. Let me stand over here behind them.
And then a lot of times people aren't honest with themselves either. Like, I was thinking earlier today, I've been woke for almost 2 days, so so you get honesty, and I was thinking, like, you know,
the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
Whoa. The moment my son saw a redwood tree.
It's huge!
Is the moment I knew that for him,
You can't even see the top of that thing!
even the sky has no limit.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. Your moment is out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council. Just a Bit Outside Radio Show.
There is one glaring stat that I read about while watching the games over the weekend. New York Yankees went 22 straight innings with at least one strikeout.
Really?
That's a major league record for the postseason.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's an interesting statistic.
It is, you know, and then when you think about it, it's like, okay, you know, that, to me, that's like a big reason why, you know, they're losing right now.
Join the Just a Bit Outside crew every Monday, 8 to 10 p.m. on BeExposedRadio.com.
You want to start off?
I think I'll get it out of the way on a who's not.
Okay, do it.
The Orioles.
Right.
They got swept by the Royals. They lost 4 in a row, and the last 5 games have all been decided by 1 run. The game before, or the last game that they lost before the Royals was the Nationals, and it was Weeders, of course, won one with a home run dribble.
Right, hit the home run.
Right.
They're going into that national series. It seemed like they were doing so well, and they just crapped out. They got that game postponed, so who knows when they're going to replay that or play that game. That's my first not for the night.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and weigh in on my who's not, and I'm going to talk about the San Diego Padres.
The Padres. That's okay. You just took my answer.
They're in last place in the NL West. They've lost 8 of their last 10.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Oh, that's a car. Leave me alone right now. All right, so we're back at Old School Bruja Radio, and we left off at our readings, our live readings with Mrs. Scientific. We have cards and charms, and the first person tonight is Keish Nicole Parker. Excuse me. I need to be burped.
What does she want to know?
But don't burp me too hard.
Oh, dear God.
I'm prickly.
No shade. Not to me, though.
I'm prickly. So, for Keish Nicole Parker, she wants to know about her spirit. Her personal spirit.
Okay.
Excuse me.
You need the Hamlet.
I need the Hamlet. I need a cough drop. Pardon me. I have to dig in my bag of tricks.
Yes.
My trick bag.
All right, so 2 messages. The cards are actually the 2 more strong. These are 2 very strong cards in the deck, but her cards are in reverse. So the first one is about self-worth, self-care, being satisfied, being content. This card is ruled by Venus, and this is manifesting. It's in reverse. So this tells me that she either A, does not believe that she's able to manifest things for herself. She's not content with where she is. There is still some questions about where she's going, who she's going places with, and maybe a commitment issue. The next card directly next to it, of course, is the Magician, and it's in reverse as well. So this is not believing that you are equipped for the journey. So she needs to do some self-care, some self-nurturing. She should do activities like mirror work to I guess, validate herself, not waiting for someone else to validate who you are and what you're capable of doing, but you need to speak life to yourself at this point.
All
Make
right.
sense?
Next is Miss Queen T, and she said mom. She wants to know about mom. She wants to know about mom. Okay.
So she has the card of strength. This is the card that rules the sign of Leo. This is about fears and feelings, and so this card basically, there's the maiden, and she has enough control to the point where she's making this line submit to her. So this is either the fear of losing mom, she's already lost mom, or there is a connection that needs to happen. She needs to reestablish something with her mom. The relationship may have not been ideal before, but she's now in a position of being the mother to her mother. So that's something that she can take away from this, is having strength and knowing that sometimes we have to switch places with our parents. And that could be due to age, or that could just be due to it's time for the roles to reverse, because sometimes our moms did not know how to nurture us, or they did what they did because that was the way it was done to them, or that's how they grew up. So this feels like a reversal of roles. If she does desire a connection to her mom, if her mom is no longer here, it's going to take some strength, some meditation, and possibly speaking to someone who can spiritually guide her to do something like that. But strength is the card that she has.
Thank you. And next is Latae. Latae D. Harris, and she said for work.
I was going to say, this is my work.
My throat's prickly.
Okay, cacti.
I am a cacti.
So, Miss Latae, you have the card of the sun. So this is victory, this is illumination, this is exposure. You need exposure if you expect for this thing to take off, if you expect for this thing to you need the word that's coming for me is launch. She needs to be launched. She's not being seen. She's not in a good place. Physically, she's not where she should be. There's not enough exposure where she is. What is crazy is the card for her question, it is surrounded by two cards. Spirit, again, has lots of abundance and money for her. But Queen of Pentacles is in reverse. So she does not believe. If it was right side up, she would be firm in her finances. She would be very confident in her manifesting, but it's in reverse. So this tells me she doesn't believe in herself. She doesn't believe that she's able to manifest. She doesn't believe that she's able to support. She doesn't believe that she's able to keep up with the big dogs. She needs a very stern talking to. Yeah.
I'm gonna get you later. So, next is Curtis Warren. And he wants to know about business and love.
Business and love.
Excuse me, my throat is still prickly.
I'm literally sick of you.
All right, first off, for love, there is some unfinished business here. There is one or two people that are still claiming this person.
Curtis.
So you can't move forward if you still have a soul or a spiritual tie to someone. They still think that that you are theirs, because we have the Three of Swords. So there's some disappointment. You're in the middle. There's two people. Someone's really hurting and someone's very angry. So that's what I'm seeing for love. For business, this is in reverse, and this is anxiety, panic, loss of sleep, and an incomplete process. So business-wise, there's still something that you haven't done. There's still an I that you haven't dotted. There's a T you haven't crossed.
Handle your business.
So I want to say, if you handle the stuff, the emotional stuff, and you get rid of baggage, or you decide, you pick who you're supposed to be with, or if you just go and make phone calls and cut these ties. If you don't want to be with these people from your past, cut them, because they could be hindering your money flow. If that makes sense.
Yes, it does.
All right.
Sorry. That hit home.
And I think that's it for the online. I'm going to refresh because there's a little bit of a delay. But I have a question.
Ask away.
Will I get the car before December 31st? Excuse me.
That was a good one.
I really need my truck. My
See,
SUV.
I didn't get that detailed tonight, and I will. I have 2 questions now.
So, right side up will be the yeses, depending on what the suit is, and then in reverse will be the no's. But then we'll look. Yes, no, yes, no. Yes. Looks like a yes. This is a message of something new. It's a wand, so this is passion. The one next to it is moon, so this is an illusion. Don't go with the first card. Yeah. Queen of Cups tells me that you are going to manifest this. The card next to it is in reverse, so celebration. So that's in reverse, so don't start celebrating it yet. But Spirit says yes because you have the Ace of Swords at the end. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Okay, the engineer in my ear. Say your full name, please. You don't want to say your last name? Yes. Andre Liggins. AKA Aldo. He wants to know about work, not here. What do you know about it? These readings are... Hey! Come on the camera. Let's introduce you. So this is our behind the scenes engineer, Aldo.
Hello. Yes.
He came in with the mic. Okay. Mic check 1 2 1 2. That's my favorite. So someone is gonna offer something to you. Okay. Someone has something that they want to share with you. They may recommend you for something. Okay. The card that sits next to it is in reverse. So someone's gonna doubt you first. They're gonna doubt you. Upright, this is people looking at you for, so this is basically a Mason, and people are looking to this person for direction. In reverse, this tells me you know the job, you know what it is you want to do, right, but they're gonna doubt you because they're gonna feel like you don't look the part. Next to that is the feelings that you've been having that you're either not adequate or that you're not equipped or that you're not meant to do something. Those feelings need to go away very soon because you're not manifesting this thing that you're looking for. There is a male that's going to come in. This person is going to be very blunt. They could be real bossy or hard, but they will encourage you to pursue this thing. Okay. And they're going to recommend you. This person, these two. So someone's going to offer you something. Someone's going to recommend you for this job, but this person's going to be the reason why you get it. He's going to give a good reference for you. And this is going to be, the end result is happy. The 10 of Cups is structure, is balance, and it's like the happy family card.
Wow.
Does that make sense?
It does. Especially the first two. Because I do have somebody doubting me right now. And I'm proving wrong.
There we go. Oh. Okay.
Thank you.
Here we go.
You're welcome. We do have one more reading request. Her name is True and Black, and she's wondering about business and relationship for 2019. Okay. These cards.
So, exposure. So in order for someone to find you, in order for you to connect with your flame or to connect with the person that you're looking for, I feel like she has a list in her mind for what she's looking for. The person, if she's with someone right now, I don't feel like that's the match. She has an entire list that runs in her mind of what she's looking for. And in order to find that person, she has to go out. You have to do things. You have to not stay in your house. You have to not go to the usual places. If you are a bar hopper or a club hopper, stop, go somewhere else. For business, she has the High Priestess in reverse. So this tells me that she could have a lot of potential. She has a lot of ideas that she needs to be birthing and pushing forward. She's not doing it because there's some fear and some doubt there. High Priestess always shows up, even in reverse. And this is the one in the deck that says, how many times do I have to tell you that shit? Like, you already know it. This is Divine Feminine. You already know it. You can't keep saying, well, what should I do next, or who should I go to next for advice? You already know this information. So no more fear, no more doubt. And if you have a business plan, if you have an idea, do not tell your girlfriends, do not tell your home girls, don't go to the family.
We gotta go. I'm gonna cut you off. I'm sorry. We gotta go to a break. We will be right back, and when we return, we are gonna have the tea with Chanel. Stay tuned. We will be right back.
The tea is hot. Ooh.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Here's what you missed on Salacious Life Radio.
You know, when it comes to your children, especially if you're dating someone that you actually like, you do want it to work. So you're gonna hope and encourage the relationship between your child and that person because you like that person, you know. So you're gonna hope for the best. I mean, sometimes it just doesn't work, and you can't make it work. You can't force it. It's like a branch. You keep bending it. Eventually, it'll snap, and even if you put it back together, it'll never be what it once was. But you definitely pray on it. You hope for the best, you know, because like nobody wants to spend the rest of their life alone just because a particular relationship didn't work out, but you had this beautiful creature as a result of it, you know. But you don't want to necessarily spend and you're not all of a sudden a bad person. You're not all of a sudden not going to fulfill this other person's needs.
You, madam, are a harlot and a scoundrel.
Because I had one kid while I was still married. Like,
but what if you?
I take that back.
What if the situation turns?
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Come clear your camera. Oh my God. Yeah, we are back. All right, so Chanel got the tea. So Chanel's segment is Chanel brings the gossip, the gossip, the shade room, the T to the M to the Z's.
All of it.
All of it. The current events, the real news. So what you got for us today?
So I just want to go ahead and dive right into it. You know, sometimes I like to ease into it, but today I'm going to dive.
Right.
Would y'all like to reflect on this Dwight Howard situation? Are we going to touch on that? Ooh.
What's happening?
Okay. So there have been some accusations that have recently hit the air that he was seeing a transgender escort, and that baby came forward and spilled the tea.
Ooh.
Yes, and so it is a major deal. I'm surprised y'all haven't heard about that.
I heard bits and bottom and everything.
Called him a bottom.
Oh.
Baby.
Oh.
It's real messy.
His tea was like this.
You're not going to have me out here.
It's just time for you to come out, honey, because doing that means that you're in the closet. You should just come out and be who you are and live your truth. You will be much happier.
Let me tell you something. I don't know why, and this could be the truth. It could be a lie. I don't know that man. I'm gonna be honest. People say and do all types of things, but sometimes people will tell the truth.
Where they're
so I don't know why people think they can do anything in Hollywood and the dollar amount is gonna keep it from getting out. Like I really believe that people. Now there are some people like Beyonce and Jay-Z, for example. Baby, you're not gonna know none of their business.
Well, you also have to know,
you're not gonna know
who's working magic and who isn't. I'm just saying. There's
clearly Dwight Howard wasn't working any.
There's things that you can do in magic, in your spiritual practice, that will stop things from going public. And obviously,
he didn't figure it out.
He ain't there.
But yeah, so that's a major thing hitting the scene right now. Also, and I heard about this today since we're doing pop culture. Apple has a camp where they are training people on code, and it's founded by women and it's for women. Yeah.
So we can apply online.
Basically, yeah. And there's a camp where women who work for Apple will teach you how to do coding.
That is awesome.
And it's founded, that portion of it was founded by the women there. So that's awesome. Amazing.
So whoever wants to code, get on apple.com and check it out.
Yeah, if tech is your thing, definitely look into it because Apple is a phenomenal company. I'm going to be honest. Doing coding for them, I can't even imagine how much you would get paid. And to be honest, for me to hear that they're doing a women's only, that means that women are not even applying. That's really what it comes down to, because why would they even do that?
But that also ties into my reading earlier about women taking their power and living it and owning it and fucking shit up in the workplace in 2019.
Literally. That's really what it comes back down to. So, that's a major thing. Another thing that just cracked me up today that I saw. How do y'all feel about Black China's mom's comments and stuff?
Okay, Black China's mother is a hot fucking mess. She looked like she came out of the gutter, stuck some lashes on her face, and all of a sudden wants to defend her child about this bleaching cream. And then she had the nerve to say that if you don't lighten your skin, take your dirt off your face, you don't know who you really are, and just really degrading women. It didn't make any sense. And she was degrading women who were dark complexion.
It was the video that I saw today. I was not impressed.
She's on drugs. She looked like she's on drugs.
I can't call it, but I'm gonna tell y'all.
She looks like she's on the hard stuff.
You're just not expecting to see. You're not expecting to see that. At least I'm not. You know what I mean? Like when I think about being a mother, I compare it to my upbringing, and I can't imagine.
Well, that explains a lot of Black China's behavior and the way she handled things with Rob Kardashian and how she handles herself, period. And now her self-esteem is so low, but she thinks it's so high because she had all these surgeries, and now she's bleaching her skin. And this trend of bleaching skin just shows the self-hate that is just deep within our DNA.
Yeah, it is.
And it's awful. It's absolutely awful. Like, you are beautiful with the skin that you were born in. There's no need to alter it. It's just like Tiny with her eyes and getting the implant of a new color. And then I'm sure she bleached also. No, she's always been light skinned.
No, she's
always been fair skinned. But she's gotten all the plastic surgery, all the body adjustments and injections, and it's like, do you love your true self? And really, when you get there, when you get to the point, okay, you wake up on the operating table and you're like, all right, I have these new tits, I have a new ass, I got snatched, I got a new nose, I got new eye color, and you're still not happy.
And that happens so much.
It happens all the time.
It's within, and that's what people don't realize. If you don't like you, baby,
and that's why
talk ain't gonna do it.
You have to be in touch with your spirituality. You have to be in touch with your spiritual team who will give you that strength to love yourself and heal those broken parts of you that think that you should look completely different, that think that you're not beautiful, so you have to bleach your skin.
Right.
It's just so sad.
It's very sad. It's very sad.
I didn't hear what you said. He said the Kardashians are evil spirits. I believe that the Kardashians play in some dark shit. They have played in dark shit. They're cursed. Every man that they date winds up insane or damn near overdosing. I remember years ago I met a Bruja from California who told me that back, and she's older, back in the late 80s and 90s, that their mom would go to her and she did brujeria, paid thousands of dollars for brujeria for them to be rich and famous.
I believe it. I've always heard that Chris was into candle magic. So
it's a lot deeper than that too.
Yeah.
So I believe that there is a curse on them and that they use their men up and that they're dating black men, having babies with black men to get the amazing attributes that our DNA has. I mean, it's all about loving yourself and being connected with spirit and being grounded, because this shit is really fucked up.
It is.
It's some scary stuff.
You gotta keep, you gotta keep your protections up.
Yeah.
It's real. People are doing real things, like.
You always gotta keep your protections up.
You have to.
It's like a routine for me to do I always have my protections up because I'm always doing this work, but it's routine for me to do reverse work every month because of all the energy I'm working with. And I have to clear that out and protect myself. And I tell my clients that too, you gotta protect yourself at all times.
Right.
Because it doesn't have to be so much as someone going and doing a whole ritual or spell to do something negative against you. It could be so much as an intense thought, a look, words. It doesn't have to be a candle. That's how powerful our words are and our intentions are. So, you know, I know there's people out there who can't stand me and I don't give a shit, but I'm throwing that shit right back at you.
That's right. Return to sender, bitch.
Return to sender.
That's funny.
Excuse me.
Return to sender.
My throat is still prickly.
She's gonna ride this one until the cows come out.
By the cacti. They're gonna ride by the cacti. We're gonna go to break. We'll be right back.
Join the club that gives you stuff.
Hey, thanks!
Radio Loyalty.
Here's how it works.
Just click on the Radio Loyalty banner right now and sign up. Then, you keep on listening like you already do. But now you earn points. Those points add up, and you can trade them in for stuff in the Radio Loyalty store. Earn more points by sharing your station with friends on Facebook and Twitter, answering surveys, and by using the apps in the New Players App Store. Pretty simple, right?
Radio Loyalty.
Click that banner to join now.
Hi, I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is, because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org, because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council. Hi, I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is, because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org, because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
And we are back with Old School Bruja Radio. And as you know, I'm your host, La Fuerza, in the house with Chanel and Mrs. Scientific. But we are going to go right into it. How to Date a Bruja.
There we go.
We're in our segment, How to Date a Bruja. Ding! And what Spirit has been telling me is, and I put this on my Instagram today, Lynette Caban Psychic Medium is my Instagram page, you can follow it, is that if you are unhappy in your current relationship, right, or you and that person are on the outs, right, you have to be very, very mindful of who you are venting to.
Hello, baby. You better let them know.
Because there is always someone who is looking. They're lurking in the bushes, waiting for that relationship to end and preying on your weakness. Because a person who you're going to for advice on your relationship should not be plotting to fuck you.
Baby.
Because what that does is it leads to gaslighting. It leads to a very toxic relationship. Because I am playing off your weaknesses. I am playing off your hurt. I am playing off your loss. And now I know the things that you say you want and need. So I'm going to pretend that I can fulfill those things just to get you, because you're in a weak place and I can control you.
You're a target.
And then before you know it, you wake up and you're in a full-blown relationship and you have no idea how you got there, and you're fucking miserable because the person who you thought was your confidant friend was actually your predator. So now you're stuck in this relationship and or, you know, a lease, or you are stuck in a contract of some sort where now you are going to lose out because you bonded or binded with this person so quickly in your time of need that you got played, son.
And it's crazy when it happens, baby. When somebody that you put your trust and love into plays you, that motherfucker takes you to a place that is beyond words. And I'm gonna be honest with you, it's unforgivable and unnecessary. So people really, anybody who's listening right now, don't allow anybody to play with you, and don't play with people, because it goes both ways. Okay? If you can't honor and respect the person that you are giving your body and your love and your time to, then you need to stay the fuck to yourself. Okay? Or be single. Because it's too many people out here who want to use you up for all the qualities that somebody who's going to commit and respect you and love you the way that they should are getting, and them motherfuckers is not doing nothing to show that they want to stick around.
All they're doing is making you feel like you're crazy, making you question your reality, making you question every move you make, and then tearing you down in the process, but then they'll sugarcoat it and cover it up with physical things that they like about you, and then tear you down again, because then what they do is they isolate you, because now you don't feel like you're good enough or have the energy, because they're zapping you to be around friends and family and go out. So now you're isolated, and now you're depressed, and now you're in this cycle.
And also beware of the pity card.
The pity card.
Because when somebody constantly pulls the, you don't know what I'm going through, or I'm going through something, baby, I'm going through something too. Okay? It's got to be a balance. And that's with everything. With work, with love, with anything, but in particular, it's love. It can't always be about you, and it can't always be about them. Because somebody's going to wind up unhappy.
Yep.
Okay.
And hurts.
Both parties need to care about each other's well-being. It can't be a, oh, let me just make sure you're good all the time, but nobody's checking on me, or vice versa. Don't be that person. Don't be that person. Don't be that person.
And moving so fast, I feel like people think like, okay, I met you, I like you, sex is great. Now I'm in love with you all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Let's move in together. Stop being lesbians.
The moving in together before you know whether or not you won't be with somebody, baby, don't you do it.
Yes, like, that's the hobosexual. I need to move in with you to have a relationship, because I can't handle adult life, handling my own business, taking care of my own shit.
I feel like I just need to.
I need to just drink this.
Because
translation, when you see me minding my business, just leave me alone. Leave me alone. Don't even look at my
if you don't have nothing for me, leave me alone.
Don't.
Because I can be.
I like the likes. Like my shit.
Baby.
On Instagram. But
if you don't got nothing
alone.
to bring,
like, don't waste my time. Alone. And don't, like, gaslighters live for this shit.
Baby.
You narcissistic sociopath. Like, you live to suck the life out of someone, to control them, instead of uplifting and pushing them. You want them under your thumb.
Even that word, being narcissistic, is triggering for me, but we're going to go ahead and keep moving.
We're going to keep moving. No more. No more. Okay. What are the cards saying? We're back. Right here. Do this.
We're all good. We're all good. So again, Queen of Wands in reverse is the Bruja who does not value. She doesn't understand herself right now. She's hurting. The Sun card is talking about full exposure. Something is being laid out in front of her. Someone who did previously offer commitment, or who did offer love, is in a holding pattern themselves.
Hello.
Spirit says, I'm speaking to myself. Spirit says, Spirit has offerings. Spirit has great things.
There's nothing in your music library.
But ain't that goddamn. But because we are not waiting, we're not trusting Spirit to deliver this great thing to us in our timely fashion, the time that we want to receive it, we are now the fucking hanged man. We are not willing to surrender. We look like we're okay, but to reach this place of enlightenment and to be free, we have to surrender.
Place of city.
And we have to let go. So I'm sick of these cards for tonight. Thank you, Tarot.
I've had, oh my God, like, it's been quite the journey recently in areas of love.
Baby, I'm trying to keep it as classy as possible for our guests. Oh,
I'm just trying to stay out of jail.
Oh, baby.
It literally,
It's been something.
I literally needed a stay out of jail card. I didn't get arrested, but it could have totally went that way.
You know what? You know what's crazy?
I'm gonna just bless myself.
I was thinking about this the other day. I'm really in like relationships where somebody will be like, "Oh, girl, I'm crazy," or "Oh, my man is crazy." I don't think that people start off crazy. I really don't. I don't think people start off crazy. I think that people put their trust and hope that somebody is going to do the right thing, and they fuck them over, and then that person goes crazy.
Yep.
Something inside of them snaps, and it's you. It's the other person that flicks it on.
Yep.
And it's like,
because we all have the ability to be crazy, but something has to ignite it.
People bring it out of you.
Right. We all have a flame, right? It's always there. It's always lit. But someone has to come and add fuel to that motherfucker for you to go the fuck off. And now you're crazy, right?
And then when you go off because somebody is constantly playing with you, then they want to pull the crazy card. Oh, why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Because you don't even have enough respect to handle this like a man.
In the beginning.
You don't even have the respect to just come forth and handle it like a man, like my father, like a man, how my father does it, okay? But you want to just, baby, let me really take it. Baby, oh, I'm on fire, honey.
Bring the fire.
Baby.
See?
All I can say is
Lit
don't
that
play
fire.
with people, y'all. Just please,
Yeah,
please.
stop.
The games that people play, it's just so unnecessary. Like, don't play with nobody. Don't play with nobody. Don't play with nobody's relationship. Don't play with yours. Just don't. Just don't do it. It all comes back to you. If you want to live cruddy, your life will be cruddy.
Yep.
If you want to be cruddy in relationships, yours are going to be cruddy as fuck. Period. That's just the way this goes. Okay?
And really, like,
you can't be out here like that.
You got to be really careful on who you're sharing your bed with.
Baby.
Who you're sharing your life with. And this is not just the intimate, this is also your friends, the people around you who you're talking your business to. Because people do brujeria on your shit. Whether, like I said earlier, whether they go to an altar and do an actual spell or do it with their mind and their words. So be really careful. Because you got to protect yourself at all times. But man, retrograde was bringing the heat.
But you know what? It also brought clarity. Because although, and I know it's no secret, the frustration is coming out in my voice. Although I have been frustrated at recent situations, I learned so much about myself and why I wind up in similar situations. Because what I'm experiencing now is not the first time. And so I had to say, is it them or is it me? Because the same thing can't keep happening. And it's a different person. So what am I doing what am I putting in place that leads people to believe that they don't need to hold themselves to a certain standard? That's what I want to know.
You're attracting the same person.
I like the same person. It is terrible. And when
I
I'm
watched
realizing
it. I was like,
who I'm attracted to is terrible for me. And I need to come to that space where I can say, okay, what do I need to require from a partner? What do I need this person to have? Because I think that I've been putting that checklist on the back burner based off of the experience. So if I connect with you, if I connect with you, I might put that list on the back burner. But what I'm realizing is that list is going to keep me from being fucked over. So now that list has to come into play.
You want to give someone a chance and you know they're fucked up. You are throwing your line with the worm and everything on it at potential, but you're not throwing it at
reality.
What is. And the what is packaged differently from what you are used to.
Baby.
So you need to go outside of the parameters of what you're usually attracted to, because your blessing and your prince or princess charming is gonna look differently than what you think you like. You think you like a certain thing. You don't like that thing.
I don't. It's a rush. It's not that I like it. It's not sustainable. It's not stable.
I love you and I'm gonna ride with it through you. I mean, ride
through it with you.
Thank you.
It's me. I said, oh, this is what I'm attracted to. And I even had that realization this week. I was like, I am attracted, and check this out, I am attracted to darkness in men. And that's something I had to come to terms with.
You know what you're capable of manifesting and what you're capable of fixing. You have a mothering, nurturing spirit. And you think that it is your job to mother and to baby and to coddle these men.
I'm like Mammy. Two grown-ass men.
You're nursing men is what you're doing.
No, literally. Like this.
Yeah, and then
I'll be the
build
younger
them
one.
up. You build them up, you get them strong, and it's all good. But what you've done is you have bettered that man for another woman.
Oh, for their baby mother.
So,
are we moving? Are we? Oh, we've got 14 minutes left.
Here, let Bass speak to you.
And since we're on the how to date a Bruja section, what kills me is, in our specific situation, why one would even think that you wouldn't have access to that type of information. That's what's crazy. When people play with you knowing that you have access to any question that you want to ask, that's the crazy part.
I think they forget.
Oh, you can't forget.
They get comfortable.
I don't care how comfortable you are.
And they think that they can, you know, do their dirt and spirit ain't gonna know, and it doesn't work that way. It comes out eventually.
Baby.
And then when they get caught, but what's great is when someone like that gets caught, when your gaslighter gets caught, they cower like a little rolling bug, and they just with orange rounded noodle hair and double spanks. Just
like
rolling.
It's really crazy. Like when you so watch the way things play out is really honestly unbelievable.
I have a lot to say right now.
Go ahead, girl. Go ahead.
It is amazing to connect to someone who swears that they are disconnected from their past. And in 7 seconds, my life changed.
Maybe.
7 seconds. 13 days ago.
You gotta really, that's another thing. If you are in a relationship and you have things intertwined and the relationship separates, you gotta make sure you cut all those little loose ends and seal that. Handle your business in spirit and the physical world, because then you can truly move on. So when things happen that are life-changing, your past doesn't come in to fuck up your present situation.
It will. Your past will fuck it up if you don't have control. And that's just what happens.
And when I tell you,
that's just what
happens.
happens.
I have had to sit on my own hands. I have had to message her. I've had to message you. I have had to rally around our little group chats to prevent me from doing the darkness. Because when I tell you, I make my jokes, I'm trying to stay out of jail. I'm trying to stay out of karmic jail is what I mean. So let me clarify that. I was seconds away from fucking these people's life up. What you are doing to me, I'm going to do it back to you, but I'm better at this than you are. I'm much better at fucking with you than you are than fucking with me.
I don't know why people play with both.
It is a learning process. So how to date a Bruja? If you're not down, if you're not ready for this life, leave us the fuck alone.
Leave us all the way alone.
That's it.
Especially with this new level of siddhi that I'm going to achieve.
Baby, and I'll achieve it with you.
You thought that I could set shit on fire. Now, wait. All right, I got. They call me Drew Barrymore. We gotta go to a break. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. Karma James, baby.
So, Jacqueline.
Yes, Mom?
I wanted to talk to you about something and... Oh, wait. Hold on. I just got a text. Oh, there's another one. Wow. Busy me. So, anyway...
Oh, wait, Mom. I just got a message. My friends keep commenting on my comment. Oh, there's another one. So many comments on my comment.
Oh, I can't wait to watch TV tonight. Playoffs!
Hey, guys, check out my new video game. Pew, pew.
Wait.
Mom, what?
What? Hold
What'd
on.
you say? Wait a second. What?
This weekend, unplug. Take your family to the forest. There's nothing in the world like experiencing nature firsthand. Trees, paths, bluebirds, streams. Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. To find the forest nearest you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Keyboard Cat, Hamilton the Pug, and Toast Meets World. These are some of the internet's most beloved pets. With millions of YouTube views, shares, Instagram likes, followers, and fans across the globe. But what do all these amazing pets have in common? Their stories started in a shelter. Start your story. Adopt a dog or cat today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a shelter or adoptable pets near you. Training that pet to play the keyboard? Well, that's entirely up to you. Visit theshelterpetproject.org and hear more about Hamilton the Pug, Toast, and Keyboard Cat's amazing adoption stories. Start a story. Adopt a shelter or rescue pet today. Your perfect pet is just a click away at theshelterpetproject.org.
Check out this fire flashback.
We need to relearn what it is to be these bosses and how we conduct ourselves as business-minded individuals and just people in general. I let my gut, and if I call it gut or God or whatever, I'm led by that energy. I know where it comes from. I know where it's,
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
We are back, and we are trying to avoid a tragedy as Chanel tells us how this person, this gaslighter that she was involved with, forces her to have these dark thoughts that are really violent. And I can totally relate, because I have those too, but the person that I have them for didn't gaslight me. She gaslit someone else, but that's a different story.
Okay.
But I do want to say that I have tons of classes coming up. New classes, new one-on-ones, new distance classes as well. We do private video chat for that. But I want you to stay tuned. So follow me on all of my social media outlets. Instagram is Lynette Caban, C-A-B-A-N, Psychic Medium, and Old School Bruja on Instagram. And on Facebook, I am La Fuerza, which you see right here on the sign. I'm a weather girl. You know what? And also Facebook, Lynette Caban, Psychic Medium. So stay up to date on all of my classes. And if you want to book a session with me, it's oldschoolbruja.com. And if you want to book a session with Mrs. Scientific, you can find her on Facebook at Teresa Madras. And on Instagram, I am Mrs. Scientific. So be sure to get that. And we also have trips coming up for Old School Bruja. So we have the trip to Cuba in January, which if you say my name when you book, it's only $850. So if you want information on that, inbox me. And then we are doing the Amethyst Retreat in the spring, and those details are coming out soon. And that's the Old School Bruja Amethyst Retreat. So that's going to be pretty damn dope.
Oh, yeah.
I'm looking forward to 2019.
Oh my gosh. Oh, me too. Fresh.
Like fresh and new, but also like really focusing and just getting so much accomplished.
Honey.
And making money doing it.
Baby, lots of money.
Like lots of
2019
money. Is money.
Will be filled with money.
I need all of it.
Baby.
All of it.
Oh.
I want all the money.
Oh, I'm getting all of the money.
So, speaking of manifesting money, Monday at 6:45 p.m. at Indigenous Wellness Studio here in Baltimore on 213 West Reed Street, we are going to be doing some of the magic that I talked about, reaching city and manifesting through mantras and affirmations. This is a really strong and intense 2-hour meditation. So if you're really serious about manifesting, I strongly suggest you come to the meditation on Monday. It's $15 per person.
And worth every penny.
I'm not saying it because I teach it. It's because I've done the magic. It's not me. It's the magic.
Right.
It's fucking phenomenal. So I'm really looking forward to that.
There we go.
Yeah. So the rest of this week, I want you all to focus on manifesting. Hold off on any negative magic, any revenge magic until December 7th. You don't want to do revenge magic during retrograde. Not because it'll bounce back, no, but because your feelings about the situation may be very different once you're outside of retrograde, and you don't want to regret anything that you did during retrograde. So I always say, hold on, take care of yourself, rest, and be well. So we're going to actually close out because we're just about done with our show tonight. And I want to thank you, and you, and you for coming out tonight and being a part of the shenanigans. And we'll see you again at Old School Bruja Radio. Have a great night. We love you and see you soon.
Good night.
The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. every Saturday 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com. I was meeting with a friend yesterday, and I've gotten to the point where don't ask me a question because the truth is going to come out. Exactly. Just don't do it.
If you ain't looking for the truth, don't come to me.
Don't do it because I can't hold my tongue, and she wants to be this style